Hi friends, my name is Nilesh Fadke, your learning partner in finance and accounts. In this video, we will learn how to rectify the error passed by an accountant while passing journal entry. As you are aware that each and every transaction related to business is recorded in the books of accounts in the form of journal entries. Sometimes accountant make mistakes while passing these journal entry. So these need to be rectified. With this example, we will understand how to pass rectification entries and how to correct the error made by an accountant. So here we go. Rectification of error. Customer return, that is sales return, goods worth rupees 800 recorded wrongly as purchase return. Now recorded wrongly as a purchase return. So in wrong, it will be recorded as minus 800 in purchases. When there is normal purchases, we write with plus amount, but it is purchase return. So in purchases, we will write minus 800, which is equivalent to income. Therefore, profit is 800, which will be carried to balance sheet liability side as retained earning 800. So total liability is 800. At the same time, debtors we will write 800. So total asset 800. So total liability 800, total asset 800, and our balance sheet tallies. Now what is right is that customer return. So it is actually sales return. Goods worth rupees 800. Now sales is recorded with plus sign. So sales return will be recorded with minus sign. So sales minus 800. Total expense is 0. So profit is A minus B, that is minus 800 minus 0 is minus 800. Opening retained earning is 0. So closing retained earning is minus 800. This will be transferred to balance sheet liability side, retained earning minus 800. So total liability is minus 800. Debtors is minus 800. So total assets is also minus 800 and our balance sheet tallies. Now let us pass rectification entry, which is basically right minus wrong. So right here is minus 800, wrong is 0. So minus 800 minus 0 is minus 800. In case of purchases, 0 minus 800. So 0 plus 800 is 800. So total expenses is 800. Sales is minus 800. So minus 800 is profit, that is A minus B is minus 1600. Opening retained earning is 0, so closing retained earning is minus 1600, which will be carried to balance sheet liability side as retained earning minus 1600. So total liability is minus 1600, debtors minus 1600, and total asset is minus 1600, and thus our balance sheet tallies. Now journal entry based on the rule of AID, ARC, LIC, LRD. Now debtors is reducing. So asset reduces credit, that is ARC. So debtors will be credited based on the rule of ARC with the amount of 1600, that is this amount. At the same time, retained earning on balance sheet liability side is reduces. So rule is liability reduces debit, that is LRD. So retained earning will be debited with the 1600. However, whenever retained earning is affected in any transaction, you do not directly write the word retained earning. Rather, you write the transactions which are affecting this retained earning. So here it is sales 800, but it is return. Therefore, sales return 800 and purchase return 800, this one. So sales return debit 800, purchase return debit 800, and debtors credit 1600. Narration is being correction entry, and thus we have passed necessary rectification of error entry. Thus to conclude, what we can say is that any type of rectification can be passed by a model of 3 steps. First step is you have to prepare a table of profit and loss account where you will plot wrong amounts. Then you have to prepare second table with the corrected amount where you will plot the correct amount in profit and loss account and balance sheet, and then you will plot a third table of profit and loss account and balance sheet where you will pass the rectified amount, that is right amount minus wrong amount, and based on the rule of AID, ARC, LIC, LRD, you can pass any type of journal entry.